Hi guys, welcome to my videos. So guys, today in this video I'm going to describe my Australian immigration story. So before I proceed further, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please go and subscribe right now. So guys, the planning of this activity, Australian immigration, I started in 2013. I have made another video where I have described my immigration story for Canada. I came in 2012, and then after 11 months I had to go back and I was shattered, but then things turned out in my favor. But now I'm going to tell you about Australia. So even getting into Australia was not easy, and I had various difficulties that I went through one by one. So as I have described in the other video, after I was sent back to India in 2013 August, I was looking for possible options, and one of the possible options I saw was Australia. It was never easy. So Australia is like stages. First you go for skill assessment, then you go for IELTS, then you apply in the pool, and if you are picked up, you get the invitation, and then you apply. So when I was trying to file ACS, like the biggest challenge I was to get an employment letter with job duties. Like getting an employment letter is not a big deal. You have various documents to prove, but getting an employment letter with job duties from an IT employer in India is not an easy task. All IT companies, I won't say all, but most of the companies, they don't issue such letters. So what would I do? So I had to use the alternative way. If you see the ACS guideline, you can get a letter from your client, and that needs to be notarized. So I contacted one of my clients with whom I had worked, and he agreed to share the letter with me, and he did it for me, and I still appreciate him for that. So he did that letter for me, and I applied, and my assessment was successful, but there was a big catch. So now I'm talking about the point system, processing system, everything of back then, not something that we have now. So back then we used to get 15 points for graduation as and 10 points for diploma. So because my graduation was not in the IT field, ACS refused to work on my graduation. Instead, they gave me equivalent to diploma, and for that they used some certificates that I had done, certifications of Microsoft. Okay, but because of, as you know, that ACS requires a certain number of years of experience after your education to make it equivalent to Australian skill level. So I had 5 years of experience then. So ACS took all my experience out. So my experience was 0 for the point system. So I was not getting any point for experience. My education was reduced to diploma, and I got shattered. Like, how would I achieve now? So I tried really hard in IELTS, and I got really high score, something that is not easy for somebody who has non-English background. But still I had to do more in order to get called for applying. So what options I could take? What I did, like after I did a lot of research, because my graduation degree was not even evaluated by them. So I tried to find out how can I get it evaluated. So after doing like tremendous research, I've reached VETASYS, and VETASYS has a section point test advice. So I filed a point test advice with VETASYS, and I wrote an email to them that this is what I want, and that I just want to get my graduation degree evaluated for point based system. And that is exactly what they did, and they gave me the letter that it is equivalent to Australian graduation. Now this is exactly what I wanted for the point system. So that means I was the winner of 5 more points. Now I went into the pool, but getting the draw for 189 was difficult then, but it was not like nowadays it's like for many occupations it's close to impossible. It's not impossible, but I would use the word close to impossible. So then what happened, like I thought of going to 190 visa. So I was looking for various states where I could get this 190 nomination. So I found a way in Victoria that the state of Victoria was issuing. So I applied for Victoria state nomination, and it was granted. And that did the trick. 190 visas are always like prioritized. So the moment I got the invitation, I mean the acceptance letter, I went to the pool, I applied. Just in the next draw, I was picked up and I was invited to apply. Wow. I went for medicals, took police clearance certificate, I applied. Then on 1st Jan 2015, I arrived in Canada, and on 7th Jan 2015, I got the letter that it has been approved. I had to do my landing before 1 year. So in the month of February 2015, I did travel to Australia. And after that, that was just to activate and keep it as my backup. I did not have the plan to settle in Australia because I was already in Canada then. And because my Canadian PR, citizenship, and other things happened one after one, so I dropped my plan and I never went back to Australia. So I stayed in Canada itself forever. And in the year 2020, my Australian PR also got expired. I can still travel to Australia, but as a visitor, but only after they remove the border restrictions due to COVID. So this is what the story is, guys. And I tell you guys, I had like tremendous difficulties, but I never gave up. I kept on trying, and ultimately I achieved. So thanks for watching this, guys. I'll keep you guys updated with whatever is happening here. Thanks for watching.